Hi, everybody. Welcome to Zeus Angel Mystic. And today I have done a little Celtic cross for the Libra Brew. So let's get into it without further ado, Libra. So, right at the center of your reading. Whew. Okay, so first I want to say the channeled song is I'm so tired of being alone. I'm tired of being alone. Some of you are tired of being alone, or you're just tired or feeling exhausted. I'm having a bad allergy day. My throat is dry. Some of you guys could have a blocked throat chakra, or you could have gotten sick, maybe the flu. I do feel like you're being put in a timeout. A lot of people are. We're still in the year of the snake, Libra. Okay, it hasn't passed yet. 2026, and according to astrology, doesn't start until March, until Aries season. There could have been a postponed engagement or a postponement of moving in together. A relationship could be on the back burner. You could be on a break from someone. We have the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. And on this Four of Swords, it says postponed. It's like her life is on hold. It's like she's sitting. It's almost like, me when I'm sitting in front of the window and I'm looking out and I'm not doing anything, but I'm like sitting by and watching the world. I'm watching the world. So there's this energy of a timeout or a postponed engagement or a ceremony. It's like you're waiting to celebrate. Some of you could be feeling very restless or weighed down right now. Okay. In your mind space, we do have anxiety. I'm hearing that song, My Anxiety, Somebody's Watching Me. Somebody could be looking at your social media. Who isn't these days? But there is a lot to feel nervous about. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. If this is you right now, my heart goes out to you. Okay. You could be having potentially some anxiety, some panic attacks, sleepless nights. I don't want to get into the darkness here, but the Hanged Man and the Four of Swords lets me know you could be staying home more, could have had a breakup. There could be this energy of I'm just really nervous. Okay. And this period of time could be ending. I feel like some of you guys, this is Pisces energy in your headspace, anxiety, nervousness, you trying to get a different perspective on things. Sometimes anxiety comes from you feeling this deep level of uncertainty. It starts in the stomach, and it's almost like because the Hanged Man prophesizes, you're prophesizing something bad coming in. And that's what anxiety is. And this doom and this gloom that something is bad is coming. But I'm here to tell you that, Spirit is also telling you to look at this thing differently, to take a different perspective on things. If you need to take some time to yourself, do that, okay? Because I see a lot of you could have taken a step back from something or someone, a postponed engagement, a postponed nuptials, postponed, or just there's nothing, it feels like there's nothing to celebrate right now, okay? Because there's a lot going on in the world. Let's face it, I'm not here to talk about that, but there's a lot of uncertainty and unrest in the world right now. And I feel like Libras, you guys could be suffering from that. We have suppression here in the blockage, suppression. This is actually the 10 of Wands. It's the end of a difficult period of time. All right. Some of you guys are this Queen of Cups right here. This is receptivity. I can't necessarily show you that. I feel like in the silence, you guys are reflecting, because it says silence here. You could be spending more time alone, trying to meditate. You could be feeling very tired and anxious right now because you're having a spiritual awakening that something needs to change. We all are. The year of the year of the snake, which was 2025, which we're still in, has you shedding things. And I think that there's this inner knowing, that you being alone, you spending time alone, you being in silence, you recovering from exhaustion or being overworked, that period of time, it's just something needs to change because it's like you're at the end of your rope with how you've been doing things, or you're at the end of your rope with being taken advantage of, some of you, because the Queen of Cups is very psychic. Okay, the Queen of Cups is Cancer energy, and you're showing up here as the Queen of Cups reversed, and it could be a very emotional time for you, a very trials and tribulation period of time where you're like, I just need rest. I just need silence. And it's overcoming these obstacles right now, okay? And I think that you're wanting to surround yourself with somebody who's more understanding. Page of Cups in reverse is somebody who's kind of immature. I feel like a lot of people are realizing in the exhaustion, having persevered through difficult relationships and maybe even working yourself to the bone, that you want someone who supports you, not takes away from you. The zodiac signs are tired of putting up with relationships where there's minimal effort, very minimal effort. All the burden of responsibility is on you because you're very empathic and you're very intuitive, and people rely on that. But there's a burnout here, exhaustion. So something's got to change. And you're hoping that the people around you will have some understanding with maybe you stepping back, maybe you enjoying your solitude, maybe you're spending more time at home, maybe you're sleeping more, you're feeling tired. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world and in dating right now. And you're hoping that you'll meet people who are understanding. I don't know if some of you guys were relating to partners who didn't understand you, who were really immature, who expected a lot of you, even though you were already doing a lot. You're manifesting here. Whether you know it or not, I feel like you guys are manifesting something better for yourself, because we have the Eight of Swords and the Magician. This is consciousness and this is existence. So a lot of you guys are trying to manifest a life where you don't have to be overworking yourself, or where you don't have to be the one who is responsible for everyone's emotions. You're looking at your possibilities here. This looks like Arizona or the desert. If you guys live in the desert, there's an eagle there. If you see birds, that's confirmation. I feel like there's this energy here of in the silence, looking up at the stars, having a breakthrough, kind of wondering what else is out there for you. And we have isolation and we have aloneness. I think a lot of you guys chose yourself or will be choosing yourself here in 2026, which is going to start once again. Fire horse energy starts in February. And then the new year in astrology starts in March. We're still in 2025. Numerologically, astrologically, we're still shedding the snake. And some of you guys could find yourself in isolation, alone, recovering. And I'm hearing a lot of you guys are really good at you're learning how to recover from pain and heartbreak, because I feel like a lot of you guys had people who disappointed you. And I'm sending you a big hug. This is isolation on here, but you're never alone. You're not really alone, okay? And I feel like there is this recovery period that a lot of the zodiac signs are going to be in, okay, because of the state of the world, because of the state of dating, this collective unconscious awakening of narcissism and relationship burnout. So there is a collective awakening, and you guys are no different. So I feel like you're having a breakthrough with discovering something here, existence, the Magician, what you can create, realizing that you have the control ultimately to stay or to go in whatever circumstances you're in. Some of you, I think, are planning something major, maybe a move for some of you, but it's the end of this period of time where you're overworking yourself in relationships, where you're accepting less than you deserve, okay? Because this is the Ten of Swords, but it says rebirth on here. The Ten of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot has a man with swords in his back because he's been betrayed. But it's also ruminating because the swords are your mind, and the 10 is the end of dealing with difficult thoughts and emotions, because you're having a rebirth, you're having a transcendence, you're having a spiritual awakening, and that can cause you to feel burnt out. It's normal. But we have, going with the flow here, Ace of Cups. This is Ace of Cups. This is something that fulfills you. I feel like a lot of you guys are taking a more go with the flow approach to relationships and dating. Because I like I said before, there's this awakening, and with a lot of us who are empaths, a lot of us who give a lot, who overgive, we're just pulling back a little and matching people's energy and going with the flow. And I think that maybe even finding the fun in relationships again, because it should really be a place where you go, your partner, it should be a place where you go and you feel good. It shouldn't be a place where you go and you feel like you have burdens and responsibilities and anxiety. So going with the flow, feeling more fulfilled from the inside out, self-care, more self-care days. Some of you could be going to the spa more. Also collective, because you guys are seriously, all of you guys are more psychic than you realize. We have the High Priestess, which is the psychic of the zodiac, Pisces energy, inner voice. A lot of you guys are learning to prophesize based on your inner voice. I feel like you're learning that, trusting that inner voice. Even if it doesn't make sense, if it makes sense to you, trust it, trust the inner voice. And that will lead you to people who support you. We have the Two of Cups here. So I feel like I've been saying this all year. It's time that you find your tribe, because and I was just watching a video on this earlier from one of the dating coaches on YouTube. A more indirect approach to dating is going to help you feel less disappointed and not feel like you have to control everything by initiating or taking on all the responsibilities, right? So making more friends, having a bigger community, and indirectly engaging with the dating community. Okay. Friendliness here, starting with friends, working from there. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys, Libra, you included, are trying to meet people naturally, more organically, and by joining groups or expanding your inner circle. If you're not in this energy yet, you will. It's a collective shift, Libra. And there's a breakthrough coming in for you. And I want you guys to have hope, because some of you guys are at burnout. And I don't blame you. So it almost feels like things have been postponed in your love life. There's a healing, there's a, reassessing of where you could have overgive or could have allowed people to take advantage. And there's a breakthrough and a rebranding almost of how you approach relationship. And us as a collective are all kind of in this energy, a breakthrough. So I love this for you guys. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to thrive. We have ripeness here. You're going to thrive in your independence. You're learning how to do that. Some of you, we have miser on here. I don't like that this is saying the Four of Pentacles is miserly. What's happening here is you're learning to conserve your time, energy, and money. A lot of you guys are realizing how valuable your presence is. Having self-worth, putting yourself on a pedestal instead of other people, and realizing that your presence is very, very powerful. Your presence is like gold, okay? And once you realize that, you don't want to give of it away so easily to people who are going to dim your light, who are going to depend on you emotionally, who are going to take advantage, who are going to try and steal your lightning, steal your thunder. Your energy is valuable. Have that worth, have that self-worth, and to distinguish the people to surround yourself with, because you are the equivalent of the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. So if you are deep down saying that you don't like this friend, but you spend time with them and they talk about you behind your back and it makes you feel bad about yourself, well, you can become that person if you spend time with them. So maybe pull back your energy, put your wallet in your bag, don't entertain these people. It's very important for you to understand how, because I feel like a lot of you guys have been put in a timeout in isolation, or quote unquote isolation, and it's protecting you. It's teaching you the value of your own energy and potentially saving some money here, because the economy, let's face it, I don't need to talk about it. You guys know. Okay, so I love that. And you're learning to be inconvenient. This says compromise here. Relationships are compromised, and that includes family relationships, friends, how much time you spend with even your animals. Okay, your energy is everything. It's very precious. And if you're at burnout, that takes a lot of energy just to feed yourself and go to work and do what you need to do. So make sure that other people are compromising with you, not putting yourself in this people pleaser energy, which ends up making you feel frustrated and resentful. Okay, so pulling back your energy is gold. Your presence is very, very much needed and desired. So I feel like you're learning that lesson here. But you first have to get out of this energy of clinging to the past, because, in tarot, what do? We come on here, we want to know what our ex is doing, if they're coming back, and it gets us feeling bad about ourselves. So instead of clinging to the past, I feel like you could have more energy for the future, for good things to come, if we just allow the past to be the past. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards, you guys. This looks really good. I feel like there are a lot of opportunities and possibilities for you once you learn how and where to put your energy. Okay, Let's see what's coming in for the Libra Karoo. Ah, we have lovers. This is gorgeous. Do you see how it popped right out? Okay, so there could be lovers. I feel like we have, this comes out in these readings all the time, you guys. We have false person. So I feel like some of you guys are becoming more aware of picking up on red flags earlier when people are love bombing you, when they're being fake. Okay, for some of you, be mindful of catfishers on the internet. Don't get catfished. Okay, that includes Instagram. So I hate that false person comes out all the time on here. So just be mindful. This can also be people creating fake accounts to talk to you, but I feel like we have a pathway out of that. Okay, there's a pathway. There's possibilities. We have this that came out in your reading, Two of Wands, and then pathway. So to me, the road is opening up for you guys. As soon as you stop clinging to the past and pull back your energy when you know it's not being reciprocated, do that sooner, cut people off quicker, because those people, that's basically like your spirit guides giving you a sign, a direct sign. When you realize you're giving too much, that's your spirit guides telling you, no, wrong direction, go this way. So instead of, investing more and regretting it later, seizing new opportunities and cutting people off quicker. Okay, there's a lot of opportunities out there for you to engage. Some of you could be going hiking. I know it's winter, but maybe you're planning a trip here. What else do we have for the Libra? I just said that. Planning a trip. Maybe you went to visit people during the holidays, or you could be planning a trip somewhere. I feel like there is an opportunity to make more money. We have sudden wealth. Now, a lot of the times when this comes in, people don't realize that there is a lot of ways to suddenly make money. You could find a quarter on the ground and that's sudden wealth. Okay. So this looks good. I love that. So maybe you guys are doing money rituals, or you're listening to, there's subliminals on YouTube. So maybe you guys are just trying to bring in more money. I feel like we all could use that right now. Maybe what you're looking for is to move to get a better job. Okay, let's get some of these ones. Grace cards. We'll get your person's hidden feelings as well. For the Libra, we have self. I was saying this before, learning the value of yourself, of your energy, of your self-worth. Your presence is very important. And then we have mirror. A lot of you guys are a mirror for other people because you're very, very empathic, okay? And relationships will really mirror your dark night of the soul. So lean into that, okay? The people that you attract are a direct reflection on you and how you see yourself. So if you don't like the people you're attracting to, go inwards, ask yourself, what am I doing? How am I talking to myself? Why am I attracting these people? Maybe, there's some triggers there for you. But, and then we have receive. I say this all the time. If you really want real relationships, you have to be open to receive them and not turn away people who are interested in you, guys. What happens is that we think that we want a certain person, and that person's actually a trauma bond for us, right? And we turn away the opportunities we have, and then we say, nobody ever wants me. There's opportunities there. You're just not receiving them. So be more open to receive. Even if you don't like someone at first, give people a chance. Hello. All right. Let's get a hidden message. I will give a warning. This is going to pull a past person. I want so badly to hear your voice. Okay. Do what you will with that. Ooh. We have just friends. Won't turn into a relationship. I do feel like some of you guys are going to learn a lot quicker by expanding your inner circle. How to pick up on whether someone's really into you or not. We had false lovers. You're learning because people will act like they like you. So you have to learn how to read that. I told you before, love bombing. We're learning how to avoid love bombing, emotional baiting, fake interest. And then we have, it was never meant to be. This was a lesson. Yes, you are being put in isolation right now so that you can learn how to attract better type of peeps into your life. We'll get a motivational message. Things are always working out for me, even if it seems like they aren't. Control is an illusion. Things do work out for us. We just sometimes see things when they fall apart as a negative thing, but it's pivoting you towards something better. So always remember that. Things are always working out for you, even if it seems like they aren't. Control is an illusion. Okay, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to get on out of here. I hope this reading elevated your consciousness in some type of way, shape, or form. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.